Debt collectors. What is a debt collector?
A debt collector is somebody who works for a loan company. They may write to you, they may phone you, occasionally they may visit you at home. Unlike a bailiff, they have very few powers.
What debts are covered in debt collection?
The debts covered by a debt collector are generally credit cards, loans, but also sometimes hire purchase agreements for things like furniture and vehicles.
How will a debt collector contact me?
A debt collector will contact you by phone, by email, by letter, by any means possible. Occasionally a debt collector will visit, but this is unusual unless you've borrowed money from a doorstep lender, in which case it's much more likely.
Can I stop a debt collector from contacting me?
The best way to stop a debt collector from contacting you is to pay the debt. And perhaps more helpfully, there are a number of things that you can do. You'll find if you just ignore them and don't answer the phones, after a while the calls will stop. They'll come in waves, but they get less and less the more you don't answer the calls. However, that still leaves you with dealing with the debt, and it's a good idea to think about implementing a debt solution.
What can I do if a debt collector contacts me about a debt that isn't mine?
If someone contacts you about a debt that isn't yours, you can simply ignore it. You can state that fact over the phone. If you find that this continues, though, write to the company and tell them, and if that doesn't work, you should seriously think about complaining to the Office of Fair Trading.
Are there regulations a debt collector has to follow?
The Office of Fair Trading regulates what a debt collector can do, and there are quite strict guidelines. In essence, what they're not allowed to do is to embarrass you or to cause a nuisance.
Can a debt collector contact anyone else about my debt?
A debt collector can't contact anyone else about your debt unless they go to court to seek to do so.
Can a debt collector force me to pay the entire debt in full?
A debt collector can't force you to do anything at all. The company may take you to court, and the court may require you to do things, but a debt collector can't force you to do anything.
What can I do if I believe a debt collector has violated regulations?
If you believe that a debt collector has overstepped the mark and has breached regulations, then you should write to the company informing them of that fact and send a copy to the Office of Fair Trading.